the Bonitopes. As most of you know, I've built this fish room from scratch. In today's video, I'm going to show you the way that I built my fill system. I built a complete manifold in the most cost-effective way possible. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get started. All right, I'm trying out a new microphone, so I hope it works. But we'll start with where the water comes into the fish room. Now, if you've seen my past videos, you'll know that I tapped into our water line on the other side of this wall, and below is our basement. And I installed a temperature valve and a carbon block filter. And I'm able to obviously control that temperature that's coming into the room and take out all the chlorine out of the water, so I don't need to treat the tanks. This is just a full shutoff valve here that I can shut the water off here inside the fish room if I ever need to do any work to any of the water lines. As you see, it comes out here. I've got a union that travels underneath this system around the corner, right up here, behind these tanks here, underneath all of this, around this corner, and then I've got another union right here in case I need to take any of this apart. I then installed a pressure reducer here, so this takes the pressure down to 25 psi. Then connected that to a barbed irrigation line there with a little bit of 1/4-inch tubing. And then I've got this system here where I've got these push to connect elbows and T's. And what you'll see here as I pan back is this manifold system is completely that 1/4-inch tubing and those push to connect connectors. I've got the elbows at the corners, I've got the T's here at the intersects, and then I've got these just valves, shut-off valves, that I can turn when I want to add water to the tanks. It controls all 6 of these 20-gallon highs on this rack. And as you can see, it'll travel behind, here's that valve here, it'll travel behind the tanks, and then I've teed off right here, and this hose will go into this tank here. I've just chipped out a little bit of this lip, so that hose is above the water line, but stays inside this tank. And I've just kind of carved out a little bit of this polycarbonate lids here. On this side, it comes off an elbow. I've just got it attached to the stand here just to keep it out of the way, nice and clean. And again, same thing on this tank. I've just chipped a little bit out of this little lip here, and it fits right in there and stays above the water line, so I don't get any kind of backflow at all. And I've done that in each of these tanks. There's the top, here's the bottom here. You can see from this angle, I've got an elbow here on this end, another elbow here, and then finally a last elbow there. And that water comes out, and when I turn that valve, it will fill these tanks at about 1/2 gallon a minute. So I'm able to, do my water change relatively quickly, and it just overflows out of the back through the holes that I drilled, down those hoses and into my 1.5-inch drain line that runs out of the building there. So if I want to just do a quick 5 minutes water change, all I've got to do is turn this here, and then water is coming into these 2 bottom tanks at just about a half gallon a minute. And it's diluting the water in the tank, and then just overflowing out the back there. I've got some pre-filter sponges hanging up on top of the polycarbonate lids there that are covering up the barbed overflows. And it's just that easy. Piece of cake. I usually will just do the 2 tanks at a time, just so that I can maximize my water flow. I could do all 6 here if I turn them all on. The water flow does decrease quite a bit if I do all 6. So I usually just do the 2 tanks at a time. And it's just a fantastic system. You know, the extra unions and valves you would buy, very similar to like this, are going to be $20 easily each. So to be able to just get this 1/4 inch irrigation line is about 25 cents a foot. I was able to get 25 feet. And these push to connect T's, elbows, and valves are very inexpensive. I'm super lucky. Kind of pro tip here: if you've got a marine store, a saltwater fish store locally, I found those are the best places to get really great deals on all your plumbing needs for building a fish room and for building a water change system. So I go to Salted Critter here in my hometown in Vermillion, Ohio, and they have great deals. They have all of this stuff I bought at their place, and they helped me a lot. Ernie and Dan both helped me a lot, really designing the layout of these, especially the fill system in this room. So that's about it for that manifold. Again, the easiest, least expensive manifold you can buy for your water change system. And that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I know that was a quick one, but I really want to share that with you. I'm really excited about this fish room build, and a big part of that build is that manifold for those 6 20-gallon, again, those are my grow outs, quarantine tanks, any breeding. So to get that plumbed in and operational has been a huge time saver. If you have any questions about what I did, how I did it, maybe some of the reasons why I chose to do it the way I did, please let me know down in the comments below. If you've got any ideas for how you did your fish room and your manifold with your water fill system, please let us know. Let's have a conversation about it. In the next video, we're going to start showing you how we did all of our sumps for our 75-gallon Biotope display tanks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like, hit that post notification, and share this with your friends. I'll see you next time.